turn me up some more? Turn me up some right there. Or maybe I did. Yeah, Taylor Gang, Taylor Gang.
You know what it is, 1920s, 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 yeah. You know what it is, 1920s, 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 yeah. You know what it is, everything him for built, he built it big, yeah. Assembly lines nothing, when he pulled up the lot, that stunt, and rep in the 20s, when you see me, you know everything, 1920s, 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 I put it down from the movies to the radio, 1920s, 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 1920s.
Henry Ford, Model T, didn't invent the automobile nor the assembly. A tinkerer in an emerging industry, the nation's richest man in the century. Shiny black coupe from Dearborn, it's Henry Ford. You know what he did to it. He took it forwards from me, finally sold it. Everyone's happy now that they're nerve, finally sold it. You hear the horsepower, that's the four horsemen coming in the 1920s, so you know your boys are stunting. Number 2 under cloud 977, and you can toot the horns, Louis Armstrong. You know what it is. Everything Henry Ford built, he built it big. Yeah. Assembly lines nothing. When we pulled off the lot, fast up, reppin' the 20s. When you see me, you know everything. 1920, 1920, 1920, 1920. I put it down from the movies to the radio. 1920, 1920, 1920, 1920.
All from the Dodgers, this just in, and Babe Ruth's in the game, so we gon' win. Not a baller, but it stuck you out though. This ain't no boxing match, but he'll knock it out though. We're sipping alcohol, but it's the real stuff. So many minutes, I don't know where my mind is going. Yeah, got a pocket full of big stain. Just read it up with Louis Armstrong. It's the coldest poet. Yeah, you know what it is. 1920s, 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 1920s. Yeah. You know what it is, 1920s, 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 yeah, you know what it is, everything him for built, he built it big, yeah, assembly lines nothing, when he pulled up the lot, that stunt, and rep in the 20s, when you see me, you know everything, 1920s, 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 I put it down from the movies to the radio, 1920s, 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 1920s.
Stay quiet like you're supposed to do. If not, Al Capone will come for you. And his car looks unapproachable. Super clean, but he's super mean. He wants to mess with them stacks, rob banks, steal gas, get away, public enemy. John Dillinger, Speakeasies, Casios, Cotton Club, McCoysville is where it's at. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything Henry Ford built, he built it big. Yeah, assembly lines nothing. When he pulled off the lot, fast done. Up in the 20s, when you see me, you know everything. 1920, 1920, 1920, 1920s. I put it down from the movies to the radio. 1920, 1920, 1920, 1920. Yeah, you know what it is. Everything Henry built, he built it big. Yeah, assembly lines nothing. When we pulled up the lot, that's stunting.
And rep in the 20s, when you see me, you know everything. 1920s, 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 1920s. I put it down from the movies to the radio. 1920s, 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 1920s.
Oh yeah, it's the remix, baby.
The show goes on all night till the morning. We dream so long. Anybody ever wonder when they would see the sun? Just remember when you come up.